into SWOSUathletics.com. John Liddle here, talking a little SWOSU Volleyball as we preview the 2014 season with the SWOSU Volleyball team. We got Josh Collins to my left here, Joey Collins to my right, as we keep emphasizing absolutely no relation. And we're in the beautiful new Pioneer Sailor Event Center and the new locker room here on campus as well for SWOSU Volleyball. And Josh, as we turn to you to start off with, I mean, that's kind of the obvious thing. Your first year in the Pioneer Sailor Event Center, how do you anticipate that game action is going to be, different, better? I guess probably different would be the optimum word to use there, huh?
I think that the atmosphere will definitely be different. We loved Rankin Williams, and the home court advantage that we had there. Small confines really gave us an advantage a lot of times, but it won't be 107 in August when we fire up, which will be nice. And I think it'll be a little bit more enjoyable for fans to come and watch us here in Pioneer Cellular.
Well, we're really looking forward to the season starting. Of course, a big thing for not only the basketball teams, but also you at the volleyball team. You get a new locker room. Tell us about this facility that we're in.
It's a great facility. Plenty of space. The girls have plenty of space to do everything they need to do, and then also, it's a good meeting space for them to just hang out, watch some TV, lay around on our gigantic beanbag chairs, and for me, it's a great recruiting tool. When we get recruits on campus, and this is usually our last stop, and it's hard not to be impressed with this place. And we're really blessed, and I think that it's going to just lead to the improvement of SWOSU volleyball.
No doubt about it. So we bring in Joey for the first time. What do you think about it as a player? I mean, how is this going to help recruiting tool-wise?
It's nice to look at. It's fun to be in. There's lots of fun stuff in here. It's a big space. We always try and do a lot of family things in the locker room, like lock-ins, have dinner, play games, all that stuff. So this locker room is probably has twice as much space as the last one. So we have just a lot of room to be together, and for all of our games we have dance parties, so there's lots of room for that now.
No doubt about it. You can have a whole conga line. You could probably bring in the fans coming through the locker room too. But we'll talk to you in a little bit in just a moment about your upcoming season. But Coach, as far as things go into this year, 13 wins each of your first 2 years. We were kind of talking about it off the air, so to speak, that you really did have an improved team last year as far as the talent on the team, ability, but it didn't really result in more wins or a better conference record or anything. Where do you think, what was the biggest factor in that?
I think that for the first time in SWOSU volleyball history, we had some pressure on us. Our preseason ranking of number 3 was the highest we'd ever been ranked in the conference, and in this conference or in the Lone Star Conference. So I think that pressure played in a lot of times, and on my end of things, on the coaching staff side, we tried all different methods to kind of ease that pressure, and just could never seem to get it to work out. But we still had our best year statistically. We improved in every category. It's funny, when we finished 4th a year ago with the 13 wins, and we got our first postseason win. If you looked at the stat page, it wasn't that great. And I think that we were 8th or below in just about every stat category. And this year we were in the top 4 in almost every stat category. So I know that we're improving. We just have to work on our mindset a little bit. And, that's really going to be a focus this year. We had 4 seniors last year that we kind of depended on for leadership, and they did a great job, and I think their heart was in it. Unfortunately, it's hard to lead when you've only been here for a year, and all those kids were junior college transfers or 4-year transfers, and so they had just gotten to Southwestern, and I'm expecting and asking them to buy into the program right off the bat and try to lead us, and that's a tough thing to do, and they did a great job of it. But I will tell you, I'm excited to have a 4-year starter like Joey. We also have Kylie Brenford. She's been here for 3 years, and she started, or she will have been here for 3 years, and she started 2 of those. And right now we expect her to start in the fall. fall as well. So having that leadership of kids who have been here, put in the time at Southwestern, I think will really help us out.
Absolutely, Coach. And Joey, as we turn to you, you're one of 6 seniors on this team. And then, you know, whether it's JUCO transfers or not, you're talking about another 3 juniors on the squad as well. So, I mean, that is a very old bunch, so to speak, relatively, when we're talking about college. What advantage does that give you guys?
I think it gives us the advantage that we've all experienced a lot. Coming in as a freshman, you've experienced about half of what the rest of us have. So we've gone through all the things you normally do, just more years, more knowing more people, more experience on the floor, and higher level game, more coaches, everything.
Absolutely. And, you know, when you think about, you know, last year, there were some disappointments toward the end of last year, certainly for you guys. You know, just the tournament, you know, being in a position to advance and not really being able to accomplish that, I'm sure was tough on you guys.
Right. We're definitely not satisfied with the way we ended last year. We're ready to give it our all and fight no matter who's on the other side of the net. That's what we always talk about in practice and games, especially during off season, is it doesn't matter who's on the other side of the net. We have to play our game, focus, fight our fight every single time, because it shouldn't matter who's on the other side, whether we're playing West Texas or anyone else.
From a player's perspective, where do you think you guys as a team will be better coming into 2014?
I think we're all really close. Since there are a lot of upperclassmen, we've all been together for a few years now, and you know, we play really close together on the court. We all live together. We're all together on and off the court. So it's a really tight-knit team this year.
As far as you personally, you know, you go into your senior year and no matter who I talk to, you know, you're always trying to eke out that last little bit of energy and trying to get the most out of yourself, especially for your senior year. What has that meant for you? What have you been working on?
About everything I can up until, I mean, I don't have much time left. When I got here, I had all the time in the world, and it's starting to run out. So it's everything you have at this point. I'm sure all my other seniors feel the same way.
Isn't that amazing how that goes? It just flies by.
It flies by faster than anything I've ever experienced.
Well, for you personally then, where have you seen personal improvement? It doesn't even have to be on the volleyball floor, but how are you different as a senior in college versus coming here as a young freshman?
I think it's all the leadership type, looking at things as more of an adult type. You know, we've been working on leadership a lot this year, a lot of books, and, you know, keeping that mindset, keeping that mental toughness is what we really emphasize, and that's what I need to emphasize the most in this upcoming season.
Absolutely. You know, Coach, as you talk about, you know, seniors on this team, you mentioned Joey first, you mentioned Kylie as well. Why is it Joey over here talking to us today? Why is she kind of the face of your program going into this season?
You know, Joey came in and since she's in the room, I can talk about her a little bit.
Right, exactly.
She's undersized for an outside hitter, you know, and she's very powerful. If you've seen us play at all, you know that. But, you know, she came in and she started right away as a freshman. Her numbers weren't impressive. You know, every once in a while she'd have a pretty impressive hit. But work ethic has taken her from just a mediocre outside hitter to one of the best returning outside hitters in the conference. And it's exciting for me. It's, you know, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about what she means to our program and how other girls look at her and they see how hard she works in the weight room, how hard she works in the gym in the off season, and then how hard she works when we're all out there together. And she's just a great role model for every player that's in this program. And not only that, but she takes care of her body off the court. She gets plenty of sleep. She eats the right things, you know, and that sends such a powerful message to anybody who plays for us. You know, an incoming freshman can come in and look at that and say, this is what Southwestern does. And, you know, that's exciting. I can't wait. Sometimes you'll see seniors who have played at a university for 4 years, and that fourth year it's just like, get me through this. You know, I'm burned out. But I know that that's not going to be the case with Joey. She's put too much into it. She cares too much about who we are, and she's going to have a great year. It's going to be exciting.
Is this a big swing year for SWOSU Volleyball in your estimation? Because, you know, you're set up at least on the roster, a lot of seniors like we've talked about, and then 3 other juniors. You know, that's got to be a big year as far as, yes, maybe there's an apex of talent here, but you've got to, you know, set something in place for that sophomore and those freshmen coming behind them, and then a winning program so you recruit players.
Right.
That's why I ask, is this a big swing year?
It is. It definitely is. And, you know, it's happening at a big time in the GAC. I think that every team from top to bottom is going to be better next year. And so it's going to be a battle every time we step out on the floor. So for us, I think that, you know, these girls have been playing for a long time. They have the skills. It's going to be all about how we come together as a family and how we can use selflessness to our advantage, you know, and really lay it down on the line for each other. And that's another great thing about having players like Joey is it's really easy to give my all to somebody who I know is giving their all.
Well, Coach Collins, Miss Collins, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and look forward to a fantastic season for SWOSU Volleyball as they open it up in September at the Pioneer Cellular Events Center, and look forward to a great season for them. You've been listening and watching SWOSUathletics.com.